We're live with yet another evening stream. It is 7:48 in the PM Pacific Time, January 18th, 2025. And we're continuing the time-honored tradition of not having my setup ready to go as part of a little Zen thing to get it set up. First, we must turn off fancy zones, get the chat window into place. Get OBS out of the way, get the chat window over here. I note with interest that my Stream Manager page here is not showing my video and is in fact showing me as offline. But I think that I am online. That's what OBS is telling me. So let's just verify that. Opening a new window, making sure that we see me here. Oh, this seems to be live. Perfect. Perfect. Let's see. We're going to be doing some gold conquest. I think, yeah, I got 1 out of 3 gold conquest, and I got a full set of missions. I never usually let this happen. I haven't played in a day. So we're going to do some gold conquest with my old and moldy deck. Which is to say, my Orisham Doom 2099 list, with the change that we're just flirting with. I have no idea if this is good or appropriate right now, which is, instead of Copycat in the flex spot, I have put in Super Scroll in the flex spot. I've considered keeping Copycat, I've considered putting Enchantress in there, and I landed eventually on Super Scroll, and we'll see how it goes. And crucially, critically, notably, I don't know if this is any good in the meta, this Orisham Doom 2099 list. It's simply what I'm comfortable with, what I'm familiar with. And so it's what we're playing. I see now I've got some other windows open. We're getting rid of those. And I've lost Marvel Snap. Oops. Come back, Marvel Snap. Where did you go? Bringing back Marvel Snap. Might have just got kicked out of the Conquest. We'll see how that worked. I have a lot of tickets. And I certainly don't want to lose my Conquest, but it's not the end of the world if that's what happened. Reloading Marvel Snap. Reconnect to game. Alright. Seems I lost turn number 1. Or, not lost turn number 1. I ran out of time turn number 1. My opponent, running Ant-Man and Madam Web main deck, do not know what that means. Sup, Double Neg. Good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. On the East Coast, I was experiencing some technical difficulties. Hopefully you're able to see Marvel Snap, see my face, and hear my words without too much trouble. Perfect. Love to hear it. Mobius and Ant-Man. I really don't know what's happening here. probably want a Death Strike here. The thing is, do I want to instead Legion and hold the Death Strike for a little surprise? I think is probably the play right now. I don't really have no idea what my opponent's list is. I think it's likely I'm about to hit Madam Web and miss these two targets that I would have liked to have hit later, but I didn't have another play that I liked. Oh, huh. There's the armor. Great, glad to hear it. So this is just ongoing time. I expect to see, yeah. I expect to see Moonstone. I expect to see Spectrum. Super Scroll's going to do very well into this. For energy this turn, I guess I probably want to do... Nope, just kidding. I'm gonna probably snap here. There's a lot of ways that I can lose on points here, but this is pretty powerful. And he's gonna have to be... He's gonna have to have some good cards. Well, US Agent will do it. But if he's got Luke Cage, I could take it with my own Super Scroll if I get there. Bizarre meta is mega effed right now. Can't get anywhere else. Some sort of some form of infinite. I really need to get on that game. People really like that game, and I wanna know what it's about. I wanna get on it, get after it. There's really no reason for me not to. I'm very fine with Doombots not going and filling up left so they don't go right. Killmonger is interesting. US Agent hits White... I would like to play White Queen this turn. And playing it middle doesn't feel good. Playing it left feels weird. I think we're gonna just do this. This is a very strange play, but we're doing it. Infinite makes sense. Doesn't do me a hell of a lot of good. Do I want to float Infinite? Like, floating Infinite cost me a bot. But... I think I don't want to float Infinite. I think I do this. Alright, don't hit Doom. Oh wait, no, he's played that at the cost of life. That was his random card, okay. To be a little careful here because Mojo's gonna add a ton of power, and he's got his Infinite next turn. So I don't know if I want to be a Leviathan here. It seems unlikely it is going to be filling right this turn, but, you know, who knows. I think I'm going to do this and keep my options open. Oh, he did.
Wakanda forever.
Now, it's hard. I don't think I could snap here, simply because, yeah, he has complete information. I probably could have played that a little bit more tricky to try and eventually win. Yeah, Super Scroll's going to be a little bit nuts. I don't know. I'm guessing that he's got Luke Cage. Like every single card that he's shown so far has been ongoing. So we'll see. Question, Double Ning, if you're still there. I'm curious how the Bazaar is monetized. Is it like completely free, or are there like is it card based? I actually don't know anything about how that game works. This is a little cute. You don't often get to get the old Void turned into a Hulk. Current early access buy-in based. So is every game a tournament? So like, so you have to pay to play anything? Am I understanding that properly? This is not very mana efficient, but I sure love turning off US Agent. That's it. Like, do I even care? I kind of care. There's often Legion tricks on Quantum Realm, but likely he's got Luke Cage, and I don't have any way to make anything happen here. I guess... well, something like that. I guess Iron Patriot isn't even going to do anything for me other than give me a card. I'm just not in an amazing spot right now. We'll see. And you can play I could play an infinite number of normal runs. Is that true? That's funny. We are completely tied here. So he has. I kind of want a Boomer Snap here because I think that Dr. Doom is going to win. How it's okay. Spectrum is what I'm afraid of. Like a Spectrum right. Spectrum right wins right, and it's adding Spectrum. I think I snap here, and if I lose to okay, I was hoping that he had Spectrum and would think that maybe he could win there, but he didn't. All right. You need to get a code, pay 33. Oh, well, I appreciate you. I wonder if the code that you gave me is still good or if it's expired. I just haven't done anything with it yet. But I should. I really should get on that game. I just have not been in a good mental space to pick up a new game. I got Persona 5. I don't know if you're a Persona enjoyer, but I've kind of passed all of those. Oh, okay, great. I'm so happy that you did that because I want to make sure that it's doing something. I'll leave here. Yeah, I hadn't played any of the Persona games. I played Metaphor, ReFantazio, so I'm like, I'm gonna try Persona. And I start playing. I'm 3 hours into Persona 5, and like it's barely even a game yet. I'm having no fun with it. It's hard to pick up games, man. There's Super Scroll. I kind of. Well, so here's the thing. It's the same. I've heard people. They don't just like Persona. They love Persona. And I tried a Persona game, a long time ago, and it was not fun. For me, it was not fun. I didn't like it. It was a very weird thing, and it just wasn't for me. I'm not saying it was bad, it just wasn't for me. So, fast forward to, hang on 1 second here, I want to focus. I do not want to sacrifice my Super Scroll. And, there's an argument to just throw... Yeah. No, I'm in a bad spot. Persona 5... Oh, hey. Hello, Finnan. Yeah, no, this is what I'm learning. So, anyway, I gotta start the anecdote over. It's so hard to carry on a conversation and do Conquest at the same time. I played Metaphor ReFantazio, and I really enjoyed it. And it was weird, but, in a digestible... I'm okay with this stuff weird, and I was okay with it. Snap. Now, on the back of enjoying Metaphor, I'm like, I will now try Persona 5 or Persona 6, whichever one goes on sale first. I don't know if I don't want to play Xebia. Persona 5 went on sale, and Persona 5, to your point, like, it's beloved. People just go nuts over Persona 5, and again, to fit its point, it just takes a long time to get started. I'm 3 hours in, I'm like, this is not even a game. Alright, like to see Doom come down. That's what I was hoping for. Well, not happy about that one. But I suspect we might be able to get over the top. We'll see. These are not great draws, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't think playing Jean Grey there was smart. I think in that situation you want to be playing Jean Grey on New York. Just how many cards they have in their hand. I don't think that this triggers Sakaar. Do I care about my 2 power here? I think I kind of like this more. Something to be aware of in this situation with this person's deck specifically. I'm not happy about New York filling up. That's rough. They have Ebony Maw. Boy, yeah. If my opponent, if I didn't fill up New York, this would have been better. So the thing here is that they can win either mid or right just straight up with Infinite, but I kind of wonder if I'm able to get over the top elsewise. I feel like I can. I guess I'm comfortable playing for 6. Like, we're already in for 4. Playing for 6 is okay. I really don't know what I'm afraid of. Now, just thinking out loud, if he moves everything in the left to the right, it's not enough to win. So he can move most of the stuff and play Spectrum. I guess, is that the play then? He's going to move most of the things and play Spectrum to get maybe Spectrum mid. Like, move everything and then play Spectrum mid. My Doombot, by the way, everything is currently +3, so it's going to be +4. So I'm adding 9, 27. Yeah, I mean, this is the play, I think. And I think I just lose to him moving most of the stuff right, or everything right, and then Spectrum mid. But I don't know what else play I can do. Also dabbling in Rivals. Rivals is a lot of fun. We need to become friends in Rivals. My name is Nate the Great. I don't know how you can become friends in this thing, but please add Nate the Great as a friend. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but it's not. It's fun when you have a good group, and the patience of trying to get a good group is just really. You have to get lucky. Like those hero shooters and these games. I don't know what you call them, but 5-on-5, 6-on-6 team-based, squad-based things. It's if it's not great, it's terrible. I'll put it that way. But like independent of like the nature of that. It's a very good game. It's a very, very strong game. I'm endlessly impressed with it. Also, this is not a great scene right now. Miss Marvel's moving over to Asteroid M. Electro, not super helpful. I think this is just this is the play. Can get cute with Onslaught over there. Do they? I think I'm gonna take away the Mockingbird. And I just loves cards moving that way. Oh well, I don't love giving him a Galacta, but giving him an Onslaught seems bad. I think we're gonna do this. And notably, he's got a Galacta. So, there's actually an argument to floating and then Ant-Man Infinite next turn. Nah, but I'm not getting the benefit of the Miss Marvel thing. I think that this is just better. Just need to draw a not 6 drop that I can play in the middle lane. That's helpful. That said, he, I think Spectrum... Does Spectrum beat me left? I think those are all ongoing. There's no other play but this. I think we beat that. Double Knight, who do you play in Marvel Rivals? Tell me some of your favorite heroes. I guess they're probably called heroes. It seems logical. Hey, Gaming with Flash X. Let me tell you about my relationship with your content, my friend. I raided you yesterday, and I see you in the clip shows. I don't know what you call them, but I've been. Oh, is my opponent left? That doesn't feel good. Or maybe gonna beat my opponent here because they had a technical issue or left. Or maybe I'm getting kicked off. Who knows? No, they're gone. That's weird. Anyway, I see you in the clip shows, and I really enjoy the vibes of all of the clips that I see in the clip shows. Glad to have you here. Do a bit of healing, Cloak and Dagger, really like punching. I really like Mr. Fantastic as well. My understanding is that he is broadly viewed as trash, at least at the higher levels. But as long as you're getting healed with some sufficiency, my own Boomer unable to aimness, but ability to kind of swing my mouse around, he feels really good. It would be cool if his ult did anything. Knocking out the missions feels pretty good. I don't even, it doesn't even seem to do any... obviously, any of this information is available to me, but it really feels like it does nothing. Like, literally nothing. I like Penny Parker a lot. Penny Parker's another one of those heroes that I think at the highest level, they're like, she's trash, because everyone shoots the nest. But like being able to throw out that stun every goddamn second, and the nest being really cool. For me, this is a personal thing. I don't enjoy Penny in any kind of offensive situation. Obviously, that's the nature of the hero. You have to, be able to do that. But in quick play, whenever you're just doing defense, Penny feels real awesome. Yeah, not only that, but the cooldown is immediate. It feels like it hits everything. Hang on, let's see. My opponent's collection level high. Yeah, I've seen this person before. So I can get cute here. We can do a little, no, let's just do this. Squirrel Girl's a lot of fun, too. You Cloak and Dagger people, I've actually done, I'll have you both, and this is not, I don't mean to say that this is shoot, what am I trying to say? What are the words I'm trying to say here? I don't understand the appeal of Cloak and Dagger. To my thinking, all of the other healers are better at everything than Cloak and Dagger. Like, whatever you want Cloak and Dagger to be doing, the other heroes are better at it. And I'm curious what your guys' take on that, or like talk me down from the ledge. Eulogize Cake is good. Yeah, and Doctor Strange is real strong too. I climbed a gold last season in one day because I got matched with a really talented Doctor Strange player who made everyone his. I can't think of a word that's okay to say there, but he did a lot of work. All right, so my opponent has one card in their hand. I'll be drawing one. I was not keeping track of. I guess I can just check here. They discarded casual 28 power Iron Patriot. What do I do here? Do I snap? I don't know if he stays if I snap. I'm down 6 in both lanes, so both feel kind of equal. Maybe that. And I guess this is the most power. I'm gonna boomer snap. I'm boomer snapping, and I might just be like completely cooked here. This might be the dumbest thing I've ever done. You guys might be witnessing the dumbest thing I've ever done, but we're doing it anyway.
Minions to me. I am Iron Man.
We are the future.
Uh-oh. Well, actually, hang on. Oh, yeah, we're good. I was going to say that it changes the order of Galacta. I wasn't really thinking about that. But yeah, we'll take that. Avoid grinning. Brood might have been the play. I didn't even consider Brood for a second. And because of that, like, it might have been the super right play, but I was not even considering it. Vanguard player. So, here's where I'm at. And this is adjacent to what you're saying, but also there's some overlap. In Overwatch, the difference in my contribution, my skill, my ability in Overwatch, the delta between my ability with Reinhardt and my ability with every other hero, unbelievably huge. I was not like a professional Reinhardt, but like yeah, this is gonna be pretty nuts. I could do work. I could do professional positioning and with the swinging and the hammer. You don't have to aim. And that really appealed to me. And like, you don't have to worry about your own life. You're getting healed. It's wonderful. And I think I've heard through the grapevine that Thing might have some parallels. And Doctor Strange kind of is like that, but also is kind of not like that. So I don't know. We'll see how it comes. Point is, I too am excited about the Thing. I really like Captain America. I like his playstyle, but that's the kind of thing where if you do not have a good healer, you know, you're toast. I have not shown my Super Skrull yet. It would be nice if Hala gets destroyed, Onslaught Citadel remains, and my opponent thinks that they can win mid with... okay, perfect. And they try and get there with... geez, words. They try and get there with Iron Man. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice if Captain America did more than tickling and just had a little bit more range. It's just, he feels almost complete. I guess we do this. Okay, that was scary, but perfect. My opponent's got some pretty sick splits here. Let's just take a moment to appreciate the cosmetics of it all. Let's see, do I snap here? What if they've only discarded death? I feel like I'm adding a ton of power. I'm snapping. This is maybe marginal, but I'm going to make him have it, and I'm going to be able to play Super Skrull next turn. And if he just does a naked Iron Man, he's not in great shape. Oh. Oh, does this work? Hang on one second. I think I got an accidentally active Miss Marvel with Onslaught Citadel in the middle. What the hecko? That's craziness. Luxy81, glad to see you. So I'm going to be adding 10 to either lane. The question is where... I'm going to be playing Red Guardian in the left, and I'm going to be playing Miss Marvel in the mid. I'm wondering where how I want to do my... shoot, what am I looking for? Do my order for the Galacta buff. And I think it's probably this.
Minions to me.
He gets the Iron Man middle. But a little bit of a point diff there. So Wolverine is my absolute favorite Marvel character. I am not a huge Wolverine fan, like, as a character, you know, in the comics. He was never my guy, but it actually, and there we go. Folks, that's another Infinity ticket for 1 of 1. I'll pause there and catch up on chat a little bit here. Just pause on but I'll actually pause here and take a moment to call out my own wonderful Galactus split that I've cooked up there. Wolverine, like, I wouldn't say, like, should be a Vanguard because, you know, I'm not in charge of that game, but they could use some more Vanguards, and of course he lends it to it. That said, the nature of him now is pretty cool. Seeing professional players do all sorts of cool tank kidnappings. A thing about Marvel Rivals that I really, really like, and I don't see a lot of people talking about this, but let me put some respect on its name, is the dopamine from the sounds. They did such a magical job with the sound effects. When you got... Oh, hang on one second. Let's take a moment. Alexander Isaac rating with 26 people. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have you here. I'm actually seeing 14 viewers on my thing, so I don't know what the heck's going on. We are... I'll get to that in a second. I'll finish the Marvel Rivals stuff. Whenever you play Moon Knight, and you're throwing out the moons, and they hit the Ankh, and it's bouncing, and this little... Oh, God, it's just 1,000 injections of joy directly into your soul. Whenever you've got Wolverine with the kidnapping, and you launch him, and then he's got his quick like combo that like, or the faster hits. Just it feels chunky. You're tearing them to bits. I'm sure I'm forgetting 1,000 other things, but it feels good. Mr. Fantastic. Part of why Mr. Fantastic is so good, to me, why it feels so good, is like the chonkiness of like I'm slapping you around with my rubber arms. Poor Jared Goff. So welcome, Alexander Isaac and Alexander Isaac's crew. My name is Nate Martin. I am most notable for being the inventor of modern escape rooms. I don't know if you guys know that about me, but I am a semi-retired businessman who invented escape rooms 11 years ago. And now I just love Marvel Snap and play a lot of Marvel Snap, and occasionally stream Marvel Snap for funsies. And it's so fun to have you here. Let's see, did I finish more quests? It's a shame. I want the Detroit Lions to succeed for the people of Detroit. Yes, gaming with Flash X, I like to think that it is dope. It's also... Alexander Isaac, do I see you in Binks' chat? There's a lot of Alexanders, and so I apologize if I'm getting you confused with somebody else, but I feel like I've seen you in Binks' chat. Any good quests? Nope, they are doo-doo. And we'll just get right back into the Gold Conquest. 19 tickets. I need to slow down. What do I got? I got 4. All right, here we go. Here we go. Getting back into it. We are running a Arishem. I guess if you guys saw Binks' last Conquest stream, I joined him. We were in this list with, instead of Super Skrull, which I put in for kind of the current meta, Copycat. Sorry, Copycat used to be in there, took her out, now we got Super Skrull. And, I'm actually going to hold Black Knight there. And I don't know if this deck is any good right now. The meta is kind of gotten away from me. And we're feeling it out. As you saw, I have 19 gold tickets, so we're having fun. Flash, I appreciate that, but I kind of like how much of a ridiculous mouthful Gaming with Flash X is. It's like, hello, this is my friend, Gaming with Flash X. And so, I appreciate your wishes, but I'm not sure I'm going to follow them. And Alexander Isaac, let me, again, thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. And to everybody, including the Alexander Isaac viewers that are still hanging out, I appreciate the... Is my opponent Arishem? No, this is an actual Mobius, main deck Mobius. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Really good. Really good to have you. Gambit, that's fine. Nobody gets rid of his Dracula. So, that's bad. My opponent is in a bad spot. I have destroyed his Mobius, and he's done very little. That said, my hand is a little doo-doo. My situation is a little doo-doo. I don't know if he knows that yet. I'm going to snap. I'm going to snap for a couple of reasons. This is Gold 1, I guess, first and foremost. It's just the first match, so I kind of like letting it rip here. And the other reason is he's got work to do to catch up, even if my hand isn't great. I got raided by Zombies earlier. Yeah, Zombies is one of the few players... and I would say that I know, there's probably more, but one of the few players that I know is as good or better than me at Conquest. There's not many. I'm pretty great. Zombies, also pretty great. There's, one time I was watching Binks, so... Binks is kind of, we'll call him the patron saint of this stream. I've been playing Marvel Snap for like years, since the first month of release, but I didn't start streaming really until I connected with Binks. And he, I wouldn't say bullied me into streaming, but he's the one that kind of got me going. And I remember, and hang on, let's see, do I want to do... Let's do this. I remember always thinking in the back of my mind, as a Binks viewer, but extremely... Oh, yeah, let's snap this right now. As a Binks viewer, but like pretty serious Conquest player before I started streaming, I was of the mind that Binks is good, if not great, but I am a better player than him. That was my belief, is that I am a better player than Binks. Even just a little bit. Not like way better, but I'm better. And I remember there was one day I was watching Binks, and I don't remember what play he made, but he made some play that I was like, I would never think of that. That's beyond me. What he just did is better than I am right now by like a considerable margin. And so I've been humbled. Camel Cassette, yeah, video playing Infinity Conquest Binks is one of my favorites. That's so awesome to hear. It's not easy to do this. Hang on, let me make sure that this is the play I want to do. Yeah, it's certainly the play I want to do. And who else logged into Snapper Mobile? Was it also part of the ban? I don't know what we're going on with Mizzou. Anyway, I love streaming with Binks. It's the best. It is the best. I am the #1 Binks fan. Oh, it isn't even fair. It isn't even fair, ladies and gentlemen. What is happening here? Trust the RNG. Yeah, I was talking about this on yesterday's stream, and I'll talk about it again here. No, oh, Jesus, hang on. I thought I was very good. I guess there's a couple swarms. What do we got? Swarm, MODOK, Scorn. Is that what we're looking at?
I am reborn.
I actually might need the bot to go right if... Better lucky than good. Why do the math when you could believe? That's absolutely true. Well, I mean, in that situation with Doom 2099 on... I think actually I might have played that on 4, but then into a Shuri Doctor Doom filling up all the lanes with no misbots. Like, it doesn't really matter what the opponent's board is. I'm going to let it ride. Not doing any math in that situation. Now, oh, the Nuvor store at Dark. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on, guys, with that stuff. I'm doing well here. Anyway, Alexander Isaac, thanks so much for hanging out. We'll see you when we see you. Now, Danger Room. It's fun. I don't know how seriously people feel about this, but it's a thing. I'm snapping immediately. Where some people believe that Danger Room is more than 25%, some sort of coding error, or there's nefariousness to it. And I don't know how seriously these people take it. Machine World can actually be pretty fun for screwing up their Dracula at the end, so I kind of like not filling that up just yet, but I do not mind playing stuff there. And I also have now Lady Deathstrike to deal with the Dracula. Anyway, with regards to Danger Room, my subjective personal take on this is that over the course of my Marvel Snap career, and I have been playing, as I said now, for over 2 years, I've played more games than most people. And I should say I'm very active over those 2 years. I think that I personally... Please don't hit Doom 2099. Feels bad. We have backups. Let's focus in here. Over time, my own 2099-ness, I have had more than 25% fatalities. I have gotten, in terms of the number of cards, over time, more unlucky than average. However, over that same period of time... do I want to take out his collector? No, I think it's just this. Yeah. Actually, I guess now. And don't particularly want to give him a giant Death Strike. But if I play the Rock there, I guess I just gotta give him a giant Death Strike. Like, I don't care about it. Like, that was a little tricky. You certainly can do this. This might be smarter. I think we're just gonna do this. Anyway. But over time, as I've been more unlucky with Danger Room, I have had a lot of instances where I have won very high-stakes matches because my opponent got unlucky surgically. Like, there was just one... like, they needed Danger Room to not kill their card, and it killed their card, and I won the game. And so I hold no ill will towards Danger Room. Now, it would have been nicer... Actually, no, in hindsight, because it would have put the Death Strike in his hand, I absolutely should have Death Striked mid last turn. Because he wouldn't have had a 10 power Death Strike, and his Morbius would be not 8 power, it would be 0 power, because he'd be dead. So now... If I'm him, what, he's got one card in his hand? I think I can just beat that, right? Well, hang on now. Actually, 11 power. I'm going to 14. His... Yeah, I think that this just beat... Like, the biggest card in his deck, I think, is just Apocalypse and Naked Apocalypse. I think I'm just gonna play this and let it ride. I don't know. Okay. So, question for everybody that is here, because I like living vicariously. I would love to hear, like, because I guess tomorrow is a holiday as well. But has anyone done anything fun this weekend that they would care to share and talk about? And/or doing anything fun tomorrow, which we will consider as the natural extension of this weekend. Yeah, you know, it's there in DC. There's the big old kill TikTok switch, and it's right next to the kill snap switch, and they just fat fingered it, and now we don't got snap no more. Once.
Apocalypse.
Where can we streaming? Gaming with Flash X. Are you in my chat and also streaming yourself? Is that possibly what is happening right now? All right. Do we? Carved out 3.5 hours to see the Brutalist. First of all, Fun Normal Guy, thank you for your first chat. Yeah, that is a commitment, isn't it? I too need to see the Brutalist. Please. But by the way, no one say anything about the movie. I intend to go see it. But yeah, you have to kind of... that will probably get its price reduced. So we'll do this. All right. What do you got for us, X-Mansion? Love that for him. I don't like that for me. That's Arisham. I don't know what that bug is, or maybe it's unique. I don't know if it's unique to my my interface, but whenever this, like, the card doesn't appear, it's always Arisham. All right, so is it now, Gripsmoke? Does it happen to Arisham specifically? Kind of running out of board space here. I don't know if Jubilee is actually even good. We'll do this. No. Yes. Yes? No. I might want to do Jubilee later, and so I am wanting to keep some extra space on the left in case that's super important. So there's Dracula. And we know he has... I would love the interface to show this better. He has discarded Apocalypse. Apocalypse is in his hand. He's discarded it once. So I have to keep track of that. I do not have the board space for Doom, at least not right now. Heimdall! A little too cute by half. Like, is that just too weak? Just, I think we do this. I think we're gonna do that. Perfect. You love to use 2 spots for 3 power. Colleen Ween. So he's got Scorn in his hand. That's a pretty weak turn 5. So he's got Scorn in his hand and Apocalypse in his hand. Despite being ahead in all 3 lanes, I don't love my spot because MODOK into a bunch of extra power is a likely thing to have happen here. So we could just Doom. Doom is an option. We could also Bruce Banner, Heimdall, Prey stuff. I think we're just gonna Doom. We're just gonna Doom, and then a MODOK Scorn here. I think that's fine. Yeah, we're not gonna win this game. I don't think there was any line of play where I would have won this game. Let's think about that. Oh, I never even bothered checking the card under there. Or am I gonna win? No. Well, I can't think. I would have needed maybe some Bruce Banner chicanery. Bruce Banner would have added an extra 7 power in either of those lanes, so it wouldn't would have tied. Yeah, we'll just go next. Probably should have just retreated there, but I thought that there was a chance. We snap on Doom 2099 in our hands. Value of Thena, very, very low, because I'm likely not going to be having a ton of 2-card turns. Dare I say, no 2-card turns. Oh, what's up? And now board space, super premium, so we're just going to go ahead and play nothing. And just let Doom 2099 take the wheel. Now, notably, they're likely going to be able to deposit a Proxima Midnight into Sanctum Sanctorum, but I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. How big does Surtur get with the +10? So the thing is, likely the next turn I'm going to be doing a Helicarrier, which is going to buff Surtur more than just Beta Ray Bill. So I think that this is the play. There's Dracula. Would sure love a little Red Guardian, or perhaps a Lady Deathstrike. Those are pretty good cards, I hear. I actually wonder if something like this... Like, where do I want to be contesting? Ah, so that's probably pretty good. He might not be able to dump all of these things. We'll see. Lady Deathstrike one time. Well, that's a pretty big card. And yeah, this is just the play. We're not messing around. Oh, that can win. Can it? I don't know. I think that'll do it, folks. That was actually really close. And he had Apocalypse in his hand. So that was a 50-50 that I won the flip. And I guess I should say I almost lost the flip because the Scorn going back into his hand and the Scorn buff, as well as the Scorn discard on the added stuff at the back of it, was literally almost enough to beat this stuff. Yeah, it was close. Really want to get boosters on Iron Patriot. That is the card that I'm pumping the most upgrades into, and I am not having much success with that. Still doo-doo. Come on, Alliance members. The next card, I'll actually just pause here to go look at it. One of my favorite variants in the whole game is my Super Scroll. This, I don't know who's the artist. Oh, it's Max Craig. It's just so funny with the noodle arms and the expression. It's just the best. And I got it to ink and I stopped. And I generally, what I do is the cards that I play, I get to gold. I get to gold, or I get to a God Split with ink, which is to say ink plus crackle. And I stopped here because Super Scroll's not a terribly... yeah, it's so good. The thing is it was a super rare, so it's 1,200 gold. Not many people are actually spending that money, but I saw this and it's like I couldn't not have it. Anyway, I'm pumping my boosters into Iron Patriot because I want him gold or ink crackle, and I'm out of boosters. I've got, fortunately, every single other card is upgradable, so I'm able to use the every 8-hour thing on it, but I still would like boosters on it just to keep things moving. You have Scroll in your Nate Risham. I like Nate Risham. I should start calling it that. I did invent this. Not really. I don't know if Scroll is good. Actually, I have yet to experience a game. I mean, I've only been playing with Scroll for like an hour now. But there's yet to be a game where Scroll mattered at all. That said, he will dumpster any Doom 99 mirror, but I haven't seen a Doom 2099 mirror. And the one time I faced an opponent that played ongoing, I just never drew it. Never drew it. So we'll see. Now my opponent probably... I actually don't know. I don't know the full list that would run Scream and Hood. That's lucky he dodged Super Flow like that. I think I like hiding the Super Scroll. Don't like... Yeah, Helkin, you're right. Like, people are like, you can't get on, and... the working theory, and by working theory I mean I came up with this, is that the government switch to turn off TikTok is just right next to the government switch to turn off Marvel Snap, and they fat-fingered it. I don't have priority. That is a bummer. That said, multiple Elsa Bloodstones is pretty good. I don't know if I want to play Scroll, honestly. Getting pretty cloggy over there. And I don't know, if he runs Viper, I wonder if I'm about to see a debris come down, and that's a little scary. But we're, we'll do it. We'll do it, and honestly, maybe I want to... No. I don't know, man. I'm not leaving. No. That's fine. We actually like that. We like that a lot, because I am going to free up some board space there. I sure would like to do... another Elsa. Maybe this is better. Oh, I'm getting confused. Our Lady of Saints is not the same thing as the after turn 4 thing, so that's unfortunate. Marvel Snap just got banned. A lot of people got logged out. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm sorry that happened to you guys. I know little or less. Let's do it. Oh my God! Every card in the deck. Spider-Man, moving Elsa Bloodstone. It's chaos. Sure would have liked Spider-Man to have gone left there. Just got Moonstone, congratulations. Alright, well, it's a little awkward. Would have liked to have drawn... Actually, I guess... What I'm thinking about is there any kind of cheeky put-down beast in another Elsa Bloodstone? But, like, I just don't have the cheap cards to actually make, like, 2 Elsa Bloodstones repeatably good. So if I do this, I'm putting an Elsa Bloodstone in my hand, and a big beast in my hand, and picking up a leader, I think that actually this is the line I want to do. And then I can play beast left next turn, the big one that I get. Here, we'll just see how it goes. I don't know. Spider-Man taking another trip over there. Cool. Well, that feels pretty good to have dodged his acid arrow there. Alrighty. This is actually a little tricky. If anything moves, I immediately lose cloning vats. I've got a pretty chunky deficit. I kind of thought that I was going to make a copy of Beast in my hand, but that's not what happened. This is an extra... Wait, hang on. Elsa's what, a 2 now? So that's only 18. It's only adding 18 power. He's actually going to get bigger with Pym here. I think I might just have to run. Leader's not going to do it. That's not enough. We're out of here. We're out of here. There's maybe a winning line there, but I ain't seeing it.
Escape.
Happy to get out for 2. If my hand was a little less chonky, a little less beefy, a little less expensive, I think it might have worked out okay. That probably favors him, but I got ye old Legion as well as Mockingbird. They can kind of maybe make something happen. We'll see. That's cute. One of the just amusing things, we'll call it, that pops up with humorous consistency. We're seeing it right here, which is to say, in an Arishem deck, Iron Patriot makes a card that you want to get discounted. However, pretty frequently, like, I want to play this now. Like, this is the card that I want to throw down, and then, you know, the discount doesn't do anything. And I really don't want to do Magic. I would do Magic if I had... if I had Legion to, you know, do some chicanery. And also, somebody has followed me. Who followed me? Roy Fang, thank you for the follow. And actually, let's take a moment. Camel Cassette, thank you for the follow. And of course, Alexander Isaac, thank you for the follow in the raid. So I've got to be careful about Titania here. This is not a good spot. I would have loved to have played two interesting cards on the left. I'll look foolish if he played her. Okay, good. Glad he did not play one card on the left. I would have looked foolish there. We could have seen that Viper coming, but not a hell of a lot I can do about it. Actually, this is okay. Grandmaster copies for 10. You kind of like whenever you have Nidavellir on the board, Grandmaster gets the extra 5 power, so you kind of like to have that, but I think... maybe we just do this and call it a day. And of course, this fills up, which is, you know, you don't love, but... I don't want to mess with the Titania stuff, and I want the extra power here, so I think we just do it. Just send it. We don't hate that. We don't hate that. I kind of like the 10 power there as opposed to something else. Now, the thing that we are a little afraid of is Arrow on the right. I'd like to see not Arrow on the right. And I kind of want to win all the lanes, which would look at something like this. I think we're going to do this and send it, and this loses to things, but I think I want to do this. The obvious play for me is to do one card Nidavellir, so we might play around that. However, no, I think we're okay there. Oh, it runs Shang-Chi. It's funny. I don't remember that Shang-Chi exists as a card. Yeah, of course Shang-Chi beats me there, but like he doesn't have that. Yeah, so the half thought was I did not see a permutation where he could play one card in the left and also win in one of the other two lanes, not remembering that Shang-Chi is a card that exists. It's really fallen out of the meta. In any case, that's fine. That said, about this being fine, the list that I'm facing right now is one of the harder counters to what I am playing, and so I'm not happy about it. Let's call it. How are you playing right now? Are you doing the VPR? No, Giga Nation. I have just been. I've been on. I think something happened to Snap after I was just been on for an hour, and I don't know, or maybe I am just. Yeah, no, a lot of people are having this problem. It is not unique to you. Not to diminish your thing, but to enhance it. It's like it's not. You're not alone. Getting a little lucky there. They're getting pretty lucky with these locations. Could do this, why not? Oh, they're playing one of my cards. I wonder what it is. Get out of here, Scream. Tired of looking at you. Gaming with Flash X. Are you... You mentioned this. I didn't quite understand your nomenclature. Are you streaming right now? What is you doing? God damn, so many cards. Well, fortunately for me, he should have. That was. I don't know if I agree with that. I was very likely going to play a card on the right. that... I don't know.
Wakanda forever.
I don't know. Now, the last card that he played was Hood. So I kind of like this. I'm running out of ways to win elsewheres. And Cannonball Cooks. This is just not a great spot. Oh, actually, I guess I could just Viper. Viper, maybe. Or do I want to save that for the last turn? No, I have to do it now. We're gonna do this. Actually, I want Viper to be the last card played. Magneto is a funny card going against this. I maybe should have snapped there. And the reason that I maybe should have snapped there is not because I'm in like a tremendously commanding position. I'm not. I'm very vulnerable to a lot of stuff right now, notably Cannonball. However, I'm just really unfavored against this deck, and if I am at all favored in a particular situation, I kind of need to take that opportunity. Alright, so... I've got a couple lines here. I think Cersei Magneto is probably pretty awesome. I'm going to Boomer Snap here. And... we're going to do a little of that. I think that's the play. I'm expecting a Cannonball on the right, maybe Demon on the left. Maybe like vice versa, I'm not sure. Oh, Shang-Chi, of course! That's a card that exists. Well, I still... No, that'll cook me. God, Shang-Chi, man. What can you do? Alright, we're out of here. I don't want to deal with this deck anymore. Question, what decks do you like this week? Snowpoint, I am the wrong person to ask. And let me tell you why I'm the wrong person to ask. Because in this channel, I am a predominantly Aurisham enjoyer. If you see the list that I'm playing, it's the list that I've been playing probably plus or minus some cards since Doom 2099 came out, like I don't know how many weeks ago that was. And as a primarily Conquest player, it informs the types of decks that I play. And so, the verbose answer to your question is, despite the fact that I'm playing this is not actually an endorsement. It might be very bad in the meta. I'm actually not super familiar with what the ranked meta looks like. Shang-Chi should get banned. Yeah, I don't disagree, Roy Fang. It's limits the design space. That said, it actually has fallen enough out of favor that, you know, maybe it's in a good space where it's just that rare. Anyway, going back to Snowpoint, your question, just of note in the current meta, I think everyone's really hot and bothered about Moonstone. I'm not saying that's a wrong way to feel. She might be good, she might be terrible, she might be great, she might be medium, but I think there's a fair amount of her, and so I've put in Super Scroll, and it also beats other Doom 2099 lists, and you could put it in some deck that runs Enchantress, or the point is, if you're playing whatever you're playing right now, you want to have some way to deal with Moonstone. Man, yeah, I haven't seen Shang-Chi in a minute. That was very surprising. Like, it's funny, like in 2 months ago, and before. That's the only thing that you play. It's the first thing that you play around. It's obviously every deck has Shang-Chi, so play around Shang-Chi. It is not something I've had to think about for. Now that I'm kind of doing myself for a long time. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna get tons of games if everyone's offline. We're gonna queue here anyway. Honestly, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. I started streaming because I play a lot of Marvel Snap and I thought it would be fun. It's very relaxed because I'm not trying to make any income out of this. But really, truly, what I'm about is hanging out and chatting about stuff. Nobody's going to tune into me just hanging out and chatting about stuff, at least not yet. And so we do Marvel Snap as kind of a means to an end. So even if we don't get a game for a minute, this is what I'm about. I like chatting and talking about what's going on with people's weekend and stuff. They call him the yapping streamer. They do. Used to be just yapping. Formerly yapping, now the yapping streamer. So what do I have that's new and exciting? I got back from Palm Springs about a week ago. I went to Palm Springs for the very first time. I had never been. Palm Springs, California. I believe there's also Palm Springs, Florida. Palm Springs, California, and I really liked it. I don't know if all of you have been there. Sometimes, always, never. But the weather was pretty nice in January, and I went to a place called Bombay Beach. Have you guys heard of Bombay Beach? Outside the Salton Sea in Southern California? I'm comfortable saying that I am within the top 1% of the most well-traveled person that any of you maybe not will ever know, but at least know currently. I have been to dozens and dozens of countries all over the world. And the single weirdest place that I have ever been, and again, I have been everywhere, I experienced just this month down in Southern California. It's a place called Bombay Beach. A little bit of history into building up what this is. The Salton Sea, as they call it, in Southern California, is a big man-made lake. It's huge. It was created in the early 20th century, and right around the 50s, where there was no lake, and now there's a big, huge lake in Southern California with not a ton of water, it became an awesome tourist destination. Let me see, is this a... Opponent snaps? My Brazilian opponent snaps? I'm going to stay, because I got bounty. So, all around the Salton Sea, you had hotels and cool little beach towns pop up. And then, right around the 60s, because the Salton Sea was a not real thing, the artificiality of it was such that the salination went crazy, and all of the fish in the lake died, and it started to stink. Like, the lake almost overnight went from like cool thing that could be a tourist thing to like stinky nightmare that nobody would want to go to. And so all of the tourist stuff around the Salton Sea just, I wouldn't say vanished immediately, but it let's see, I guess I want to do this. It went away. And so all of these communities around the Salton Sea kind of became ghost towns and stuff. Oh, online, that sucks. Because the effects are doubled, I am not actually able to snipe. Oh, never mind. I am able to snipe with Red Guardian. I was going to say I can't death strike it, but yeah, we're good. We're good here, folks. So, let me focus in here. One of these communities around the Salton Sea that like mostly went away in the 60s, like barely survived as a town and functioned as a town, but it just slowly died and died and died and died until it was a shadow of itself. He gets Zabu, that's fine. Now, are we afraid of Doctor Doom? What are we afraid of? Yeah, get out of here. And so the population of Bombay Beach, which is, again, one of these communities that was just sort of hanging on, I want to say was about 200 or 300, like down from well over 1,000, probably multiple thousands. And I don't know how this happened. Like, there's probably a huge story to this that I can't speak to. At least not yet. I'm not well enough researched. It evolved into almost a living, breathing art installation of a town. It is kind of like 1/3, like not ghost town slash, you know, very depressed town. 1/3 Fallout and 1/3 Burning Man. And it's incredible. It's an incredible place. Never seen anything like it. I'm not saying like it's uniformly good, but it is weird, and I'm glad that it exists. I'm gonna stay. My opponent snapped every single game, so like I'm not putting him on a ton of strong stuff. And I've got Galacta, and if I draw Doom 2099, I've got Super Scroll to just beat him. So we're staying. Do I want to throw Toxin down for just power? Kind of don't. My opponent's running a regular deck. I didn't clock how they got Doom 2099 down last game. There's my own Doom. We're snapping. Doom 2099 plus Dr. Doom plus Super Scroll against an opponent that's playing Doom 2099? Good night. Now that said, I am not thrilled. We're in a bad spot, but we are not happy if my opponent throws down his own Red Guardian or Lady Deathstrike. Well, he's not going to have Lady Deathstrike, but the Red Guardian to take out my Doom 2099. Anyone having trouble getting into Snap here to say yes? There's yeah, it's Red Guardian. That sucks. The thing is, Dr. Doom counts for the purposes of this. And Super Scroll's gonna give me all he's got, as it were. Now, crucially, I don't have to limit myself to 1 card a turn, but I'm not playing Super Scroll this turn, or do I want to do that? No, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, he's got his own Super Scroll. Well, that might cook me, ladies and gentlemen. Because he's getting bots and I'm not getting bots. Now, the question becomes, does he have Dr. Doom? I guess it's only 2 extra cubes. I'm certainly not leaving. We're just doing this and vibing. And if he has his own Dr. Doom, well, Christ, he had the God draw, and that just is what it is. Do I want to actually play this right or left? I don't think ultimately matters. If he has Dr. Doom, I think I'm cooked in any permutation. I think it's just this. That's crazy that he had that draw, and also Red Guardian. Here I thought I was special. That's quite the draw that he had. Yeah, I feel like if Snap was at all, like, at risk due to the TikTok thing, it would have come up earlier than now in conversation? I don't know.
Opponent snapped. Escaped.
Yeah, this is an aside. For those of you who do not normally watch me, I do not do this for a living. I do not have this monetized at all. This is something I do for fun. And it's fun. And the reason that it's fun, or I should say one of the reasons that it's fun, is that my livelihood does not depend on it. This is meaningful because if your livelihood does depend on it, and something goes a little bit sideways, that can be a very stressful thing. So I expect that this is just a hiccup and it'll be back sooner than later and nothing will happen, but God forbid something does happen, it's not going to feel awesome. We'll do a little of this, I guess. There's an argument to putting Agent 13 right and quote-unquote having her live, then further cheapening Mockingbird and like starting to crank out the Mockingbirds. Mockingsbird. Plural of Mockingbird, Mockingsbird. I don't know if that's true, but we're calling it that. Fine making copies of Martyr, honestly. And we like playing Aranya because they can buff something I play in the cloning events. So Doom 2099, extremely good card. However, if my opponent has Super Scroll, which he does, I am less enthused about it, and I'm going to start cranking out Mockingsbird, which is maybe better. I maybe play Doom 2099 on the last turn with an otherwise full board, guaranteeing that it goes to the right. Left. I pointed to the... No, that's left. Yeah, the Salton Sea is messed up, man. Here's his own Doom 2099. He's gonna have two of them. Now, do I want to go with a little bit of an alternate play line? Because now I could do Doom 2099 this turn, and then Super Scroll next turn. But I think there's a good chance that he's got... what is the word? He's got... Super Scroll in hand, and that will just do more harm than good. I want to make sure everything fills up. Are there any other ongoings that I maybe want to have? This is tricky. I kind of counted on the fact that I was going to win Rickety Bridge with my own surprise Doom 2099, but that is now no longer true. And I have to win the other two lines. That's a funny outcome. Do I like this? I think I do. Well, that said, does it just make more bots? Am I worried about actually clearing that space and making too many bots? And in fact, this is the best play. Maybe this is the best play. I think we just do this. Math, am I right, guys?
Power.
Shang-Chi? Again? What the heck? Well, now I need both of his dooms to go right. Both of his dooms go right, I think I win. Otherwise, I just lose. Wow. Shang-Chi 2 games in a row. That's a funny thing to have be rare now, but I have to be aware of that in a way that I didn't historically have to be aware of it. We're seeing Doom's 2099, or seeing Shang-Chi, folks. Somebody asked earlier about what deck to play or what does the meta look like. There's Shang-Chi there. Any better alliance missions here? No, damn it. The journey continues. This is good. I really don't like finishing the season with more than a dozen gold tickets. And a heart to you too, Roy Fang. So I didn't actually catch it. Is anyone doing anything fun tomorrow? Yes, you're Double Neck. You talked about your bizarre stuff, but are people watching the college football or the NFL football or hanging out with their dumb families? I'm not saying your families are dumb, but maybe that's how you feel about your families. Somebody's watching The Brutalist, which is going to take 3.5 hours. I haven't talked about Pantheon in a minute. Let me know if you are in the chat listening to this and have not heard me talk about Pantheon. If only those three things are true, let me know. I will spare everyone about Pantheon if literally everyone who's listening has heard about it. Or heard me talk about it, I should say. Double Neck. I've talked about Pantheon a lot of times. I talked about it on Binks' stream. I've talked about it multiple times on my stream. But today, we've got 34 viewers by my count, which is high for me. I'm not that popular. And it's possible that some folks who've come over are like, no, I'm new to Nate. I'm really enjoying this, and I would like to hear what he has to say about Pantheon. We could talk about Patriot. And actually, this is kind of a good parallel to that. If you guys did not know, in fact, most people don't, I want to say this would have been maybe about 2015 or so. Amazon made a show, and it ran for 2 seasons, I think. It's called Patriot. And it's an incredible show that nobody saw. And Gaming with Flash X, we'll talk about how popular I should be in a moment. But yes, I appreciate that. We'll come back. Patriot is amazing, and it's not. It's about. I don't think this is a spoiler. It's about a kind of a hitman / spy that's really depressed and does not like being a hitman / spy. It is hilarious, but also extremely tight and well written, and it's just a tour de force. Everyone in it is amazing. Me and Double Neg are 2 of the only people that have seen this show, and it's really, really good. Highly recommend Patriot on Amazon Prime. So Gaming with Flash X. Don Montre, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I hold we'll call it the unearned confidence of your average straight white guy. And the way that it manifests with me is that I believe with absolute certainty that I could be not just like a popular streamer, but like the most popular streamer in the world. A household name, in point of fact. But I lack the effort and the dedication and the desire to do all the work that you professional streamers... I'm categorizing you as a professional streamer. I don't know if that's accurate or not, or if that's you want me to call you that or not. You have to do work. You have to cultivate an audience and get super lucky and just be super good and just do tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of work. And I just have no interest in doing that. And so in lieu of doing that, I just do it and hang out and have my 30 followers and sit confident knowing that I could have 30 million followers and be just as good, if not better. Well, congratulations to you. Speaking as somebody that has done a lot of things in my life, many of them quite hard, many of them quite impressive, I don't think any of them were harder than succeeding as a professional streamer. It is a hard thing. It requires a lot of work, and my hat is off to everyone that does it. Diz824, can't they ban your account for using a VPN? I actually don't know the rules about that, and I don't want to speak out of turn, so maybe somebody else knows more than me. I'm going to snap here And the reason I'm going to snap here, it's gold 1, first match. I can get mid with Doom. Let her rip. This is my modus operandi. There's a lot of people that play this fast and loose in all of Conquest, and there's a lot of people that play Conquest Super kind of conservatively throughout, no matter what match it is. I play enough Conquest that I'm just drowning in tickets for the most part, and so for the first matches of a series, and sometimes even the second matches of a series, I just like let it ride, and I'm not going to play bad, but I don't have to sweat it out too terribly much. Well, I don't love that. They just retreated. Okay, great. Certainly seemed like people were worried about Steam being mad about VPN. I guess there were bans for people trying for price reductions. That makes sense. I'm not saying that is how it is, but that makes sense. That there's also kind of compliance issues. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some kind of due diligence in order to operate in the EU or China. I actually don't even know if we're in China or not. You have to have such protocols in place to protect against. I don't know. So this is almost, I just got done telling you, this is maybe a snap, just having Doom 2099 in hand. I just wanted to see one extra location. I'm fine kind of playing this for real a little bit here. Legion is a fun card to scam a little bit. Oh, question. Something I often ask earlier. I'm curious where you're living. Where are you right now in the world? I would love to hear where you are from. Let's do this. Bast, huh? Lady Deathstrike likes to see that. Now that's what I call engagement, yes! Like, follow, subscribe. Actually, you can't do any of those things with me. You can follow. Portland, Oregon, USA. I'm outside of Seattle, and I used to live in Portland. Avoid grinning. Oh, wait, have we talked about this before? I feel like we maybe have, and my apologies if I'm confusing you with another Portland player. Let me ask where in Portland you are, to your comfort level. I used to live in Northeast Portland, and then I lived in Southeast Portland, and I'm very fond of Portland. My opponent snaps. Does that mean that they have a way to turn off Doom 2099? I don't know how I feel about that. Or maybe they're going to copy Iron Man or something. I will hold the Lady Deathstrike and do this. I don't love discounting potentially exciting cards that he wants to play, but I also don't love making him have several Sacred Timeline fills. Northeast Portland near Hollywood Theater. I miss the Hollywood Theater every day. Oh, that's why he did that. I love the Hollywood Theater, and I love Laurelwood Theater. I really, really, really like the Portland area. Okay, so good to know that my opponent has Red Guardian. I'm going to need to hide that in the future. We're still in it here. Let's see, where does my opponent like to play? I'm playing... I would normally play Misty Knight, maybe right here, but... sorry, maybe left here, but I want to potentially... Oh, that feels down there. Get my Lady Deathstrike value without screwing myself up too much. Don Monterey outside Philly, getting ready for a winter storm. Yes, I am from Pittsburgh, and I've been talking to people from back home, and it's like negative a trillion degrees. It's pretty sick, in the bad way. Let's see. Yeah, Hollywood Theater, guys. I live in Seattle, outside Seattle. I put down a ton of power here, but I think I might have to dash. I also don't love how he was able to dodge priority. So he has got 6 cards in his hand. One of them is definitely a demon. What is it? This is this is 9 power. Turok 64. Oh, I enjoyed playing you a great deal, Turok 64. Are you the real Turok 64, the actual cartridge? Your daughter goes to pit. That's so cool. 5 I'm gonna get through to the your question, Torek. Fun bit of Pitt-Penn State rivalry. There is a building. Hey, TT. There is a building outside of, or part of the Pitt campus called the Cathedral of Learning or the Cathedral of Knowledge. And my understanding is that rivals of Pitt call it the Cathedral of Ignorance, and I think that is a funny name for a building. Turok64, I used to be in tech. I used to make games, and most famously, I'm so glad that you asked, I love sharing this at every available opportunity, I am credited with being the inventor of modern escape rooms. I brought escape rooms, this is a longer story, but I brought escape rooms to America 11 years ago. And I am perhaps an F plus D minus business celebrity. And now I am semi-retired. I do a little bit of escape room stuff for cruise ships on the side, and I just play Marvel Snap and hang out, man. Clips to be made on the channel, because, yeah, I had a friend make a clip that I did, or sorry, clip something from a stream once, and I was like, what the heck is that? So yeah, that is a thing that absolutely happens. Let's start filling up the right lane in case I want to... Well, actually, no. I think Death Strike Sentry is a fun combo. Let's just do this. This is maybe even snap-worthy. The thing is, my opponent's list can do some real, well, chicanery, and I don't want to snap in kind of marginal situations. I very much want to know that I have him in a hammerlock. Well, Legion with Savage Land is pretty fun. That said, that makes Sentry awkward. I think I might Legion Savage Land, but I might not do it next turn because there's not a permutation that really feels that good. We are not snapping back. We're certainly not leaving. So I put as a copy. I'm guessing that we are going to see a Sage come down in the middle, and he's going to make a copy of it. He's very excited about that fact. Just a hunch. Sage actually isn't that sick. It's got not a ton of extra, yeah, that's me. It does not have a ton of extra, like, actual numbers. It's not going to grow crazy. Actually, maybe he's making a copy of something else. I don't know. I don't want to get too narrow on why he snapped. Yeah, for those of you who are not old, like I am, oh, yes. Turok is a very fun, kind of, I'm not going to call it lost to time, it's not lost to time, but like, it was not, like, the most known series, but it rules, and it had some of those interesting guns of any game of the generation. Like, most famously, the Cerebral Bore was a gun that, like, fired a little bug that, like, crawled up people and sucked out their brains, and it was a gun that, like, shot this nuke that, like, brought the system to its knees. It was awesome. Now, I'm snapping. We're doing this. No.
Victory.
I don't... Going back 3 steps in the conversation, I don't like hate watching. I don't mean to yuck anybody's yum, but life is too short to not be happy all the time. I don't like looking at things that don't make me terribly happy. I hadn't considered that. And you know what? We've known each other for a long time. You spend some time on the internet. It's possible that hating makes you happy, and I retract everything that I just said. My hand has a lot of potential, but nothing yet. That's funny. I'm trying to think of what podcast I'm listening to right now that I might recommend to people. There really isn't anything. Speaking of, I guess, things making you happy. Let's talk about this for just a moment. I guess I probably want to do. We'll do this. There's a podcast. Maybe you might call it the most famous podcast. It's called Serial. It's not the first podcast by any stretch, but it really took the world by storm. And it had an incredible first season, and also incredible second season that was just very, very strange, in a good way. Yeah, first podcast that most people listen to, frankly, probably including me. And I think we just have to risk this. I don't love it, but we just have to do it. And it's not Mary Man efficient, but I think we just have to do it. And so Serial has come up with more. Oh, don't like that. That is a main deck Cassandra Nova. Man, why you got snap on that? Impress mayonnaise. Anyway, Serial has come up with new seasons, and I've listened to every single one of them, and it's good. It's very good journalism. There's absolutely no bones about it. It's good. However, boy, this is a bad situation, everybody. I guess we'll do this. I don't know. I'm out of this game, probably. Anyway, the most recent season of Serial deals with the Haditha massacre that took place in Iraq in maybe 2004, 2005. I'm not sure. And it's very upsetting. The whole thing is about war crimes. And I listened to the whole thing, and after I got done listening to the whole thing, I thought, like, why did I listen to that? That I feel so bad. I learned a lot, and I like learning a lot, but it was deeply affecting. And I regret listening to it. And yeah, I didn't even listen to that one either. I guess that is. I don't know if the IVF one is Serial or like a sister or podcast or something like that. But yeah, that's absolutely not. And it's not that I don't care about these issues. It's just I don't. Life is too short to kind of voluntarily subject yourself to this trauma. So, in conclusion, I don't hate watch anything. And now, the bit that I do, God, does he have, I don't know if he's seen Red, yeah, my opponent has Red Guardian, Cassandra Nova, and US Agent. I am just cooked, but we're going to soldier on. I'm snapping because my opponent is broadly favored against me, and I have Duke 29 in my hand, and we're just going to go. Anyway, I said I'm semi-retired. I still do escape rooms on cruise ships sometimes, and I was doing an installation on a cruise ship, actually a couple cruise ships in Asia, and I got on a ship in Singapore and sailed to Sri Lanka. And the ship continued, but my work was done, and so I got off of the ship in Sri Lanka. And I got off the ship, 8 in the morning or something. And my flight out of Sri Lanka was it's like 5 in the afternoon, something like that. It was many hours away. And unfortunately, on that second cruise, the one that I just got off, I got sick. I got pretty sick. I was not good. I was a mess. I was just so uncomfortable and just gross, and it was a nightmare. And I couldn't even get past security. I was so early to the airport, like they don't let you through security until 3 hours before your flight or something. And so I'm just sitting in the pre-security waiting area in the Sri Lanka airport. It is hot, and I am sick, and I am listening to the Serial podcast about war crimes, and like, this is awful. What am I doing? So I very much like. I'm not going to do Super Scroll because that could just be a nightmare with regards to U.S. Agent. I guess we'll just do this over here. The way that I view this, I'm just probably cooked. Whenever I place an opponent that is such a... I like that hit. Such a hard counter to me, it's just, you have to get lucky and call it good, and that's fine. We'll do that. Sure would have loved priority there. What we don't like is... I think I just have to do this. The thing is, like, if he plays Cassandra Nova, I have to win the other 2 lanes. If he plays U.S. Agent, I think I have to win the other 2 lanes. I'd love to play Gilgamesh last turn, but I think we just have to do this, and we just take it on the chin if it's a Cassandra Nova, and use the ability to get over the top other things. He can also play Demon if he wants to. This is not a good scene. This is not a good position. It's the best worst position I could be in. Still don't have priority. They really needed that that bot to go middle. Okay, wait, I guess I know what they have. It's Sage and US Agent and have it. Yeah, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. What I'm thinking about is if there's a permutation that I can win mid. If he like spreads around. Certainly if he plays all the cards that I just saw him had, I am just cooked. Even if the bot goes mid. But this is just what I need to have happen is for him to do math wrong and win it here. So we're just gonna ship it and quit out of this if I lose. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Because I'm just never going to be able to overcome the top of this. Yeah, I wouldn't have had enough. This is not going to be 9 power on the right. It was just going to be whatever. It's fine. Let's get out of here. Opponent could have stepped back, didn't. It feels bad to lose to players with such bad snap behavior. Now, that said... they played the cards like completely correctly. I got no beef with that, but that's a pretty amateurish snapping. We're done with the missions. How do you feel about Snap being banned? I don't know what's going on, man. I'm just chilling, just online playing Conquest for these lovely people, including yourself. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'll say this, kind of. To reiterate my earlier point, I do this for fun. I am just vibing. This is just what I'm doing on my Sunday night with you fine folks. And I am not reliant upon this for my income at all. I don't monetize my channel. Hang out if you like, don't if you don't. And so this is a zero stress thing for me. As Double Neg says, it's probably going to be okay, and I just have to assume that, you know, it will sort itself out. But there perhaps is a small % chance that something's going to go wrong, or it will remain wrong for a bit. And that sucks for content creators. I feel deep empathy. Sympathy? Empathy. I don't know. For anyone who can't log in is like, this is my bread and butter. I guess we're going to see a bunch of people switching to Pokemon or Marvel Rivals. Is Marvel Rivals Chinese? I don't know what's going on. my opponent. Oh, that's a big old collection level. All right, we're letting it rip. Good luck, Gwenpool. Everyone's sorry for this. It's how I'm playing right now. RC, the way that I'm playing this right now is I've simply been logged on for a couple of hours. I think I don't have any. I'm not running a VPN or anything. I simply think that there was a login changed, and therefore that's what made it difficult for people to get on. Yeah. So don't. Yeah, I guess I won't, folks. We're on a streaming marathon. I think we cannonball here. Really don't like spending 3 mana on this turn, so we're cannonballing. Welcome to the party, Moonstone. Sure would like to get that super scroll. Do we leader this turn? Likely leadering this game. I don't think I'm going to leader this turn, though. Let's do this. I like saving the Red Guardian. The most mana-efficient thing here is leader or Thor and Red Guardian. But I think Red Guardian can be pretty impactful. Perhaps here. Ah, well, this is also... I can't snap. That's very suspicious. There's a couple lines here. I can try and beat him the old-fashioned way. My extra mana and use this turn. Or I can just turn this off now and hope for the best. I'm kind of leaning towards that. They have 6 cards in their hand. I'm just going to do this, and I very well likely might lose here, but I can't snap. That gives away the ghost. We're just going to do this, and maybe win, maybe lose, but this is the, they would say, the most cube positive line that I have. Ah, my opponent's own Super Scroll. Good to know. Doesn't do anything. Speed. Good to know. Yes! Give me my 2 cubes. And had I snapped there... actually, maybe the most reverse Jedi mind trick, another line, maybe even a more correct line, is to have snapped the previous turn to pretend like I'm going to Legion, or turn off Limbo, and instead turn off as Sarah, and he dumps his hand, and then I have a clear shot of, understanding of what to do. This worked, so who cares? Yeah, notably, we're talking about login stuff and just online stuff. I was on the ropes against an opponent. I had to beat him like 2 or 3 more times, and after our whatever game, this happened, and he was gone, and I just won the series. I wonder if this is a technical thing that's happening, and people are getting kicked off. Because, oh, no, he's just fine. I don't know what that was. Welcome to the party, Raptors. Welcome to the party, Nebula. This Nebula variant is the first spotlight that I got that I absolutely would never use, and it has a special, awful place in my heart. Like, I'm never going to use that variant, and I got it anyway, and I don't like that. Nakia's hand, yeah, we're doing Typhoid Mary. And, like, I'm getting a cheap Professor X. It's not going to do anything, but this is... Nakia is virtually worthless, given that my hand is about to go in my back of my deck. Would have liked to have got the Raft, but whatever. So a couple lines here. I can do... Mr. Dirty Burt really flows off the tongue. I could do Galacta into Black Bolt into whatever. Or I could skip or Infinite. It's 5, 6, 7. 3 turns of Galacta. I think I'm just gonna do Galacta. We're just gonna do Galacta. It's not great. I'm in a not great position. Not bad position, but like I don't have a lot of options. My opponent's only going to get strong. Limbo is going to be a bit of a trick to win. And I'm not getting ahead in the other lane, so... I guess the saving grace is I'm going to nuke a little bit of his hand here, and that's always good. It's a statistically meaningful thing. Yeah, he's actually nuking the only card in his hand. He now has 0 cards in his hand, because there goes Onslaught. He would have liked to have had that Onslaught. Oh no! Gets a card from Iron Patriot. Must be aware of this. Alioth is neat. Because I have priority. But if I'm my opponent, I don't know if I'm playing in the left lane. I think I'm just doing this because I have priority, and I think I'm likely to not have priority next turn. Actually, I probably will have priority next turn. Life would have done nothing. Happy to see that. He's not getting the discount. Oh, that was his... that was his Iron Patriot card. Well, I can't snap here, I don't think. I feel like I could just win. Yeah, Super Scroll's pretty good, turns out. I could bluff snap. Or, like, he thinks it's a bluff snap. Or am I afraid of Spectrum? How much is this ongoing? I'm going to snap because he's not going to stay for... in hopes that he believes that this is a bluff. Because this is a likely bluff scenario. Or maybe he's going to beat me with whatever the heck this is. Oh. I think I beat that. With a couple of Ant-Man. I really like this Mr. Fantastic variant. This is a tricky thing. I hate being rude on the internet. It's my least favorite thing. And so I want to, like, give him a reaction to this. Like, oh, cool, Mr. Fantastic. But that could be... That's rude. Like, there's no way that I can say I like your variant without it being interpreted as nice, Mr. Fantastic. That wasn't enough to win the game. Good to know I've got Legion. Doesn't do me a hell of a lot of good if I just keep drawing this chunky nonsense. What kind of symbiote Spider-Man nonsense is available to me? Asteroid M with Nebula in another lane is kind of a neat trick. You just keep... You're not worried about filling up that lane. Yeah, there should be some kind of emote that is just unambiguously polite, but I don't know what that would be. Couple of... I guess maybe this. Get a little zany with it. The thing is, like, the most... What I would want to do play is this. But he's likely then to fill up Asteroid... Or fill up the right location and get the extra energy in a way that I really don't want to give him. We just do this, and then Nebula just gets commensurately bigger. What you gotta be? Magic. Just kidding. You don't get your magic. Good night, Limbo. We hardly knew ye. All right, so this is active, and the mid is not active. Yeah, that's got to be rough if you are an American-based second dinner employee and then suddenly global politics takes down your company. Like that feels very bad. Actually, I'm at the risk of filling up left lane here. I need to activate Aunt May so I can contest it if I need to. Oh. Of course, Iron Lad magic into magic. Well, now I don't got no ability to do that there. That's a bummer. Did not see that very obvious thing coming that I should have seen coming. And I don't know... So now, none of these are active for me. I don't know if, this deck would run Shang-Chi. I'm guessing it doesn't.
Behold my mighty hand.
I think I stay here. I don't know. Good luck. Don't know if this is a tribunal thing. We wanted Symbiote Spider-Man to go in the Doctor Doom there.
Behold my mighty hand.
Oh, very nice, very nice. The Symbiote Spider-Man miss did not mean anything. Yeah, I also don't understand how I am still online. I don't know enough about the infrastructure backend that I am allowed to be remaining online, but somehow the login server's down? I don't know. I'm glad I'm not a dev anymore. I wasn't very good at it in the first place. Good old Silver Samurai. I'm gonna snap here, maybe. No, I might want to snap here, but I'm not going to. I'm certainly going to hold. I was gonna say hold Legion for stuff. Maybe I just want it here. I don't know. We'll see. We'll at least pretend like I'm not going to turn off Nexus. Maybe he wants to turn it off. We'll see how it goes. He's going to turn off the Bifrost. Well, now I regret putting the Iron Man there. So there's fun couple tricks you can do here, depending. You can certainly turn off Nexus with Legion, but another thing that you can do is actually... Legion Nexus when it's over on the right, and then the one on the left matters that much more. So what I'm going to do no matter what is play this Doctor Doom. Is this lowest power card? So yeah, I kind of like a little of this. And I am snapping, and this telegraphs the Legion in a way that I don't like doing. But, we have our own set of problems if we snap next turn.
Doom rules all.
And they lose Mystique. It's a cool card for them to lose. I think we're just doing this.
I don't think that he can get over the top of this. Perhaps he can. If he does, I will feel very foolish. All right, we did it. We did it. Makes me wonder. So we can... There is a lot of criticism that can be levied against Second Dinner for a number of different things. I'm not saying I'm levying any of this stuff. I'm just saying it could be. Some of that criticism is deeply earned and justified and should be talked about. Some of that criticism is deeply unearned and just ignorant. And then there's stuff in the middle. One thing, though, I like to, we'll say, give credit where credit is due. It's important in these situations to call out stuff that is good. And one thing that I think with some consistency, there's been exceptions, but with some consistency, Second Dinner has been very, not just very good, but dare I say, like, unimprovable at compensating after stuff goes wrong. Something goes wrong, you get compensated for it. Something goes wrong and it doesn't impact you. They're like, fine, just get your free stuff. And that's a refreshing thing that they do. It's like a reliable thing they do. Whenever anything does go wrong, I'm not worried about it because Second Dinner very laudably is going to make it right. And again, they have messed up in a couple places, of course, but broadly, good stuff. And so, what I'm thinking about in this situation is, I have to do this for curve reasons, and I don't have priority, so I'll hit whatever they pick. What I'm thinking of is this Gladiator. What the heck? Is the hour the quests, the 2 missions that you get every 8 hours. That is what I'm thinking about. And that is to say, if the game is down, and like maybe it'll come back, maybe it won't, but if it is going to come back, maybe it won't come back until like we've missed out on mission stuff and those credits that come with it, and I expect that we'll be compensated for it. So what I wanted to do, I don't like this. They're gonna get White Hot Room. I don't have a lot of good options, so we're out of here. I mean, Fenris Wolf is a male, I think. Let's look at this tweet. What does it say? Yeah, we might not, but we might. Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking about like the new week. Bullseye's coming. You're absolutely right. I'm snapping on the back of Doom 2099. Yeah, and Sanctum Sanctorum being pretty good for that. I don't like, people talk. Arisham is pretty high on the list of cards that people don't like playing against, or decks that people don't like playing against. Oh, that's even better. I do not like playing against my opponent's list. I don't know what you call it, but it's got a couple of different packages in it. And then, and by the way, this deck definitely runs Shang-Chi, so keep that in mind. Do I want... I think probably Valentina over Iron Patriot in this location. And now, what I'm thinking about is actually, do I want to play in the right lane? Even though it's going to get very crowded very fast, it will defend against my Doom getting Red Guardians. I think we're just going to do this. Oh, somebody has followed me. X Redbeard X, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out. Actually, thanks for everyone for hanging out. I don't mean to devalue your guys' company just because you didn't just follow me. Everybody is welcome here, and I appreciate it. Oh, extra juice for me? Yeah, these locations favor me a whole bunch. That said, I don't know if they run Red Guardian, I'm in a bit of a sticky wicket. But Jubilee lets me do some stuff. Take it easy, Double Neg. It's a great evening with you. Thanks for hanging out. So notably, if I play Jubilee here, my draw is gone. I think actually maybe I want to do this, because I'm likely going to be winning Luke's Bar at the end of next turn, and then I'll have whatever discounted card that happens. Still losing the draw, but I think I would rather have... Well, maybe I'm going back here. Because I could just keep playing Jubilee. I think I like this more, now that I've considered it. Now, I'm guessing that they're going to play Malekith here. Malekith would be good for them. So, I guess... Oh, there's Gore. I guess, is there Hela? Oh, these are different costs. This might be Hela that's happening. Spooky. This is a great draw. Do not want him to get his Fenris Wolf value. I don't know what this deck would play on 5. I just do not know the meta right now, to be perfectly honest with you. Well, this is... I don't have a ton of... Yeah. I could Rocket and Groot right, Jubilee mid. I guess those are the two plays here. I don't love either of them. We just do this. Force the bot somewhere else, take a little power, call it good. And if a Hela goes nuts, Interestingly, a Gore isn't actually that big. There's just 1, 2, 3 on reveals in the play. I guess Hela will make it 4. I suppose it'll bring back all the other ones. Okay, so it's going to get kind of big. But just on the board right now, there's not drowning on reveals. I think my opponent right now is thinking about Alioth being a concern. Spoilers, I don't have Alioth, but that would be very, very obnoxious to play a lot, for them to have Hela play it on the right and have it be an Alioth. So maybe they're thinking about playing Hela in the middle? Maybe they're thinking about, maybe can I win with Hela at all? I don't know what they're thinking. This is a skilled player. I see them all the time. What's it gonna be? Malekith? Hello? Ah, we're gonna try and blink into Hela. Well, they did it.
To me.
Would have really liked the bot to have gone right there. Oh, but why is it big? Why is my Wiccan big? Oh, because of the Panopticon! Yay! Oh man, what a roller coaster. Cray cray. I wonder... I have not... and once again, I don't want to be rude on the internet. I would love to fist bump their Gore. The Gore's sick, but I don't want to be rude about it. Yeah, all skill RC40, you're absolutely right. When they announced the over-the-air patch, everything I saw was like, Hela is trash now. Hela's a dead card. And like almost immediately I'm hearing that Hela's actually incredible. I don't really understand what's going on, but I'm seeing it. I've been beating it, but I've not been beating it because that deck is bad or because I'm playing particularly good. I've been beating it simply because I've been drawing well and kind of they haven't. But is it good? Are you guys playing Hela? Is it winning a lot? I'm kind of tuned out. All right. Don't love that, but I guess it makes my... I wasn't sure. I was saying this out loud. I did not know if I should play Galacta on Asgard or the right location, and now that makes it a little bit easier. We're just going to play it on the... in mid, and if we win Asgard, great, and if we don't, that's fine I'm a little scared. I'm also a little not scared because Galacta into Doctor Doom into whatever is actually quite a bit of power. But so is just bringing everything back with Hela. I'm going to stay for 1 cube. I guess I don't have to commit to staying for the whole game. But I am staying for the 1 cube for now. We'll see what brings what. Well, now I'm probably going to do this. I was going to try and do some arrow weirdness, but now with Doom 2099 into Doctor Doom, that's a lot of power. So they're going to get a Super Scroll, which is scary, but the only thing that adds to that, like, they're not going to get any Doom 2099 value. It a little sucks. I'm about to lose the bot on the right here. Sorry, bot on the left. I don't know how I keep getting that backwards. I think we just do this and rip it. I'm fine. Like, this is maybe a very dumb stay. But I'm just gonna... We'll grip it and rip it. I don't even really know what I want to see here.
Doom rules all.
Minions to me.
So I guess we need the bot to go left. The bot did not go left, everybody. Hey, what's up, Ibako? Had the bot gone left, I would have won, so I had a 1/3 chance to win. That's funny. I've never, in all of my, does you even need Luke Cage anymore? I don't know if that makes sense. I thought Luke Cage, does the new Hela doesn't do minus power? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand that list. I don't understand how strong it is. Or not. It's not good enough or experienced enough yet. Hello, Alloy 202. Good to see you. We'll do this. Give ourselves some options for making Namora do work. Don't quite know what line I want to do yet. That's cool to see. And we got a Hela 2 team. That's a little thin to just snap on. I almost want to do that because my opponent has demonstrated the willingness to snap when he's got it, and he has not snapped, which means he probably done got it. Okay. That's fun. Gets a little weird now. Would very much like the Rock or the Mockingbird or one of his cards to move. The least good scenario is if Ant-Man moves, so... Let me say that out loud so that when it happens I can clip this and get on a clip show. Oh, that didn't happen. That's actually kind of funny. Good for me. Alright, now I am almost certainly going to lose Great Web here, and that doesn't feel very good. But this is the most power. We're going to do it. Alloy 202, and for that matter, everybody else, how are you doing tonight? I understand that Marvel Snap is a bit down for everybody. I imagine that's why I have the viewers that I've got right now. Good. Like that rock going over there. I am snapping here. And this might be foolish. But I don't think he's got it. I think he would have snapped already if he had it. And I think that if he doesn't have it and stays, that I can beat the kind of not combo. And if he has it, that's fine too. I have too many goddamn gold tickets. Let's get through them. Would have liked that Juggernaut. Kind of had plans for Juggernaut. Have I discarded anything? Yeah, I get a Hela, or I get a Juggernaut. That was cool. Not bad. Fortunately, being non-US, I'm not being affected by. Yeah, my heart goes to the streamers who rely on this for income. It is a bummer. I'm glad that I got on and got to do this, but if Snap is down for the next day, week, month, my pocketbook isn't going to be affected. And I imagine it would suck really bad if it was. So my opponent has one of my cards, and I've got an arrow. It feels pretty good for me. I'm going to Snap. Not because my hand is any good. It's not any good. But I'm going to be able to see what's coming. And less than that. Okay, I was going to say that. Make them have it. Now, that said, that Snap is dumb. It doesn't do anything. It just gives me information. But I would have guessed that he would have snapped in the first place if he had it. So if I play this out and lose, it's fine. I am not unhappy with how this started. What'll it be? A little Jane Foster Thor? Sure. I don't know if, I'm kind of looking at his list, if... I think Luna Snow benefits him more than me, and there are kind of quote-unquote better targets for Red Guardian. Are there? I guess Fenris Wolf and Luke Cage. So I'm going to play Super Scroll because Gore is a card that could happen. No, but that said, I'm a little... One of the cards that he could have is Lady Deathstrike or Red Guardian. In fact, it's likely. But I'm going to play this there anyway, because if it is Red Guardian, we're going to lose it no matter what. And if it's Lady Deathstrike, he has to kill his own blade. So we're fine with this line. This is getting pretty committed to the mid, but we'll, it's fine. Maybe this. It said he's not shown the card that Lady Deathstrike is a card that he could have. And I actually don't know if that... Now that I'm thinking about it more, that Luna Snow just kind of... it's not enough power. We're going to do this. There's a world in which we're running it back. The most results-oriented proper thing was to do Luna Snow mid, and so, but I'm comfortable with this. Lady Deathstrike mid. They didn't want to obliterate my Super Scroll. That's fine. We'll allow it. So now, I don't know if just Hela beats me. What did they discard? They discarded a couple of things. Can play a couple of 3-drops or a 5 and a 2. And if I do 3s, well, in any case, I would very much like to win, or to be able to compete left. So I can either dedicate a ton of resources to getting just ahead left, or try... Man, this is thin. I can just add a little bit of power in a couple of these places. And I have priority, so Red Guardian doesn't do very much. I think we're going to do this. And I lose to lots of stuff. We're gonna call it this. And somebody's followed me. Dark Sigma, thank you for the follow.
Minions to me.
Uh-oh. The Order killed. What, did the Order kill me? That's fun. That's a funny way to die. Yeah, maybe. Had I done the Order differently... No, I would have lost either way with the arrow going over there. It's a bit of a bummer. That's a shame. Morph is a tricky, dangerous card in this situation. Well, this is a bummer. This is the nature of Arsham of it all. Is my hand is quite bad, and I need to win 2 in a row. Yeah, I really do not understand why Hela is better now. Some people are saying that, but it just seems objectively worse to me. I'm not saying I'm absolutely right, but I'm saying I don't see it. So with their Fenris Wolf, I discarded Alliath. That doesn't feel very good. Oh, we'll do this. This feels like a much power. The alternative being do some Bruce Banner hopefulness, but that might actually happen next turn. I don't understand why Luke Cage is in this deck. Is Bruce Banner Copium? He often is Copium. Or do I want to do something like Super Scroll? I think I like Bruce Banner. I think Bruce Banner and just focusing on one of the other lanes. Certainly could have Jubileed, but that's a bit of stuff. Hey, Anti-Venom. No. 1 Bruce Banner miss. I think we do this. Notably, I can put Orca and Atuma in the same lane for surprise 21 power. That said, I could try, like, I don't know if I want to do this. I think I kind of like this more. Oh, it'll be all Gore. It's a bit of a sticky wicket now. What I'd love to do is Super Scroll. Oh, you know, Super Scroll is going to be... I was like, but he'll die. But he won't die because Gore's going to get big. Now, the question is, do I want to hopefully get a Bruce Banner proc by just float mana here? Or do I want to risk it for the biscuit and do Jubilee Morph? Let's see, what kind of cards does he got? Most of his remaining cards are actually kind of big. So I think I do this and just Bruce Banner is not going to go. I'm just going to lose right, and I just hope that this is enough to get enough to win mid. It often is, but often isn't. Just let Jesus take the wheel. I have to think I'm going to win left here with my Super Scroll, but we'll see. So I need to get 17 power. Oh,
more than 17 now, maybe.
Minions to me.
It's quite a bit. Oh. Well, I don't think Gore is gonna be that big. I think I'm just toast now. We'll see what, does he have any? No, he has no cards left in his hand. Jubilee, what do you got for me? That's actually really funny. Yeah, I don't know if I could have won there. Yeah, it's just when the Hella player gets the Hella things, that's always gonna win. I don't think that's unique to the new Hella, though. I don't understand this new deck. Really don't. I should say, like, obviously, I understand it. I don't understand why it's good now. Ah, Iron Patriot boosters. That's what we wanted. And we, got an alliance thing. I'd say, I hope for more new alliance missions, but probably my buddies aren't online. That's a bummer. Alright, well, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go into my collection. And I am going to use the boosters that I just got to upgrade my Iron Patriot. And let's see, what am I going to do? I think I might call it there, folks. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to leave this running. I don't know. It ultimately doesn't matter, and probably get kicked off. But maybe I can just leave the game running and just be online and pick it up tomorrow if I choose to do so. But we're going to raid somebody. Hopefully there's people online. And we'll send you over to a good home. Same category. Who will it be? Is Gaming with Flash X on? We're going to send you guys to Stirp. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you again. And I hope you had a nice time with me tonight. We won pretty convincingly at the beginning, and then kind of trailed off, but I had a nice time. I had a nice time hanging out with you guys. Thank you for the engagement for everybody who was chatting, and the lurkers too. You're all great. You're all amazing people. Take it easy, RC40.
What about the article you read was about ByteDance wanting to invest from gaming, not Nuverse itself? Yeah, you know what? Actually, when you put it that way, TDK, I think I heard something about that as well, like a while back. Apparently, according to whoopsies. Oh, and thanks for the raid, Nate. Condolences to all of us. How are you guys holding up? Assuming you guys are playing Marvel Snap. We in here? How's it going? How are you? Yeah, how are you guys doing? How was the stream?